Yeah, you guys freed a couple of humans, Garadil and Korana, and they're from the small village Blazendel. They were captured by the orcs, and they're going to head out of here. They know how to get back, and they told you if you ever are in the neck of the woods of Blazendel, stop by, and I'm sure their family will treat you to a little bit of hospitality and maybe give you a little bit of a reward. But he did say that they aren't off well-to-do, but they will still probably reward you somehow. Maybe with prostitutes or something like that. Little tiefling lady boys or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Kobold lady boys. Nice.
Hey, we can change our sexes, so it don't matter. I can become female if I need to.
Wow. Hey now. Can you do that voice?
I didn't know kobolds could do that.
I can. I read the manual.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So if any of you need a good time, just let me know.
It's on the bathroom stall. For a good time, contact Zeus. Zees.
I'll wait a few weeks.
Yeah.
If you see Z's holding his nose and blowing really hard, you know he's trying to make an outie.
So you guys are in this cave with you guys just killed a bunch of orcs, freed a couple of humans. You guys to the west, you could have gone back to the bridge that was at the entrance of this complex. There is a couple of different paths for you. There's one to the northeast where the green arrow is, and then there's another one here to the southeast, and it looks like it is a Zeus where you're standing, also where Elias is at, even though he's not here with us, but he's here in spirit. You can see some like a light that's kind of shimmering on the walls, probably some type of fire or something that is burning inside of this cave to the southeast. So what say you, adventurous? Where shall we go next?
Which way, guys?
I'm game for going southeast. We're already right here.
Perfect.
We can loop back if we have to.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Garkin, you can see this as well. Garkin, you can also see in the middle of this chamber. Actually, this is a pretty weird, it's not a perfect square type of chamber. It's an earthen chamber, and it looks like this is probably where all of these orcs were cooking all of their food for all of the orcs in the tribe. And you can see smoke billowing up. And the smoke isn't, the smoke looks like it's going up into the ceiling. And you can see that there's a large smoky fire that's crackling in the center of the room. There's a couple of racks hanging over the fire with some battered pots and kettles. And then there's some other kettles and pots that are kind of piled around the campfire as well. Got a pretty decent smell. You've smelled worse before. But yeah, the smoke is billowing as you move in, Gark, and you can actually see that there's a hole in the ceiling and the smoke's coming up, going into the ceiling.
So into the chimney. So it's basically a chimney then.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah. And you look up and it looks really greasy and got a bunch of buildup of grease and muck and shit, where this has actually been the cooking pit for quite a while, it looks like. Nothing else.
Food in the pots?
Yeah, there's some food in the pots, yeah. There, like I said, there's a couple. Yeah, sure. It's like a mystery meat type of stew. Very thick.
Yeah,
yeah, very thick and muddy. Almost looks like a mud with chunks of meat, and you can see there's an eyeball floating inside of the pot. It kind of bubbles up, looks at you, winks, and then it goes back down.
I stick in and say, "They got a hope now."
No, there is definitely no Hot Nows in here. Hot Nows are not on the menu in here. That's for sure, Barlin. Too good. Nothing else looks like there's anything of value in here. Not from first glance. The ceiling, the hole's about looks like you could fit up there, but where it goes, you have no clue. And then it's all greasy and shit anyway, so.
All right, so nobody else in here. So
You want to search around and see what's in there?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys
See if
can.
there's any usable food.
Yeah, you guys can give me some investigation checks. You just put everything out in the open. If I want something in the tower, I'll let you know. Oh, you guys can also resize your chat box now, and it will save it if you haven't already noticed that. Pretty nice.
Gotta unlock it first.
You can move your dice tower. Well, you can move that before anyway. Yeah, you guys don't find anything else, that's for sure. So Garadel and Karana, they wish you well, and they take a couple of walking sticks and some of the standard equipment that's kind of lying around in all of these crates, and they revise that offer for you. Stop by Blasingdale anytime.
All right, go north. Don't go across that bridge.
Yeah, you guys want to go back into the main chamber, pretty much? There you go. Can you guys move Elias as well? Can anybody?
I'm doing that right now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you bring him along. We'll kind of communal play him. Up here in this large room again, there's a pile of crates to the northeast, pile of crates right in front of you, to the south where you're at, also to the north in an alcove, and then there's a huge, looks like a hot tub of muck and slime. Looks good to you though, Zeus.
Is that like James Brown hot tub?
It's a hot tub. Ow! Looks refreshing to Zeus. Zeus almost wants to jump into that shit.
I wonder if I can jump from this pile of boxes into it.
Dude,
Sure, I'll
almost
give it
spit
a
my
go.
drink all over my laptop.
On the boxes and go for a dive into it.
Go for a dive off of the boxes.
Too
You
bad
do
we don't have a jump spell we can give him.
Athletics check.
Yeah, give me an athletics check. No, I haven't changed that roulette at all. You guys are just have bad luck. Nice job, man. You can jump. Wah! Splash. Right.
Is it
into
warm,
the,
cold, mild?
it's lukewarm. You can see that there's it has been warmed up. There's like a fire pit, sort of like under this hot tub. All kinds of like charcoal and shit like that. Pieces of wood.
Dip my head in
floor is
and
all
see if there's
scorched.
anything in there.
Give me an investigation check as you're kind of feeling around. You find a couple of toes, like half a foot.
I'll grab them.
Looks like the foot of maybe a dwarf or maybe a halfling. Quite a bit of hair on the top of the foot. Not like Hobbit amount of hair, but bunch of hair on the foot though. Fucking dwarf foot. Dwarf or
I'll grab it,
Doubtful.
climb out, and put it in my bag.
Yeah, looks like it's just the front part of the foot. 5 toes.
Okay, get them. Snack.
So we got a path here to the south.
Yeah, there is. There is a very narrow 5 foot wide. You'll have to go single file into this corridor.
Let's have Elias go first and sneak stealthily.
Okay, well, I'll just stand still then, because if he's going to try and stealthy,
Sure.
I'm gonna...
Yeah. Go ahead and take Elias and put him in.
You're gonna move really slow, so you'll have to roll that for him.
Yeah, so he sneaks in, and he kind of calls back that he says, "Oh crap, there's a dead end here." And then he kind of describes a sort of like a cul-de-sac at the end here, and then a brick wall.
Can you investigate the brick wall?
He can do that. This is he thinks he sees a break in the wall. So he starts to fiddle around with a dagger in his thieves' tools. And then he yells back, he goes, "Yeah, there's some fresh grout here. Some fresh putty." And he kind of throws a couple of bricks back into the narrow hallway that you guys are in. And he says, "Yeah, it looks like they built a false wall here." And he says they actually did a pretty good job with it. He says he almost didn't recognize it, and your guidance actually helped him out. So after about 15 minutes or so of him pulling these bricks out, and he's being careful. He's not trying to be loud or anything like that. He's still trying to be at least stealthy. There's another hall that goes about 15 foot, and then it turns to the right. And then he says, "After you, gentlemen." Thank you guys so much for the subs. Totally appreciate it. Thanks, Josh, for the host, man. Appreciate it. All right, so Garkin, this thing goes down to the east, and then you can see it kind of turn back to the... it turns south, and then it goes back to the east. Now, another dead end right here. Another dead end.
Dead end.
Yeah.
Another investigation check.
Yeah, we're going to be looking for the same thing here.
Gonna do a perception
And I'm
check
going to give him
first.
an inspiration. My inspiration on it.
Okay.
That he can use in case he rolls low.
So he tells you that he hears some murmuring behind this wall. So he hears quite a few voices.
Can he detect a door there, though?
There's no door. I mean, there's another bricked up like a secret entrance or a secret exit. But he tells you that if he starts to pull these bricks out, it's going to make enough noise to where it's going to alert whatever's on the other side of that wall. And you won't have the element of surprise. Because
guys, do y'all want me to step up and thunder wave the wall and y'all rush in behind me?
Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. I've never seen a
like
wall
good
being
idea.
thunder waved down. That's kind of cool.
You guys down for that?
Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
Shane?
sure,
Good to
we're
see you,
gonna have to
buddy.
just step to the right. 'Cause
Good to see you,
can't
man.
move very fast right now.
Well, no, you guys need to leave me a hole where I can step back. Because I can, like, the one spot right behind Elias, leave it open. Because that'll be 15 feet movement, and that's all I have. So, there, and then when I do that, you guys just need to rush in. Actually, why don't we get Garkon right behind me? like that, and I'll pop it, and then with my movement, I'll just step back, and then you guys can rush in. And that'll be, if you'll let us do that as a surprise. As soon as I drop my spell, they rush in. If the wall caves in.
Yeah. Well, you actually think that you probably could get this thing to. I mean, like I said, the grout's pretty fresh. It's only been maybe a day or two. So it definitely looks like you could probably knock this thing down with Thunder Blast. I like it, Thunderwave. Totally up to you guys.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast that spell then.
Okay, so let me put this awesome new Dungeon Master screen reincarnated to the test. 1 second. Can't just open it up like a book. I gotta open this fucking thing up sideways. Object hit points. Stone wall. What are the choices that we have? Looks like we have, alright. Stone has an AC of 17, but it's stationary. Let's see,
This will be a Constitution save.
Well, great information on my DM screen here. Got a lot of good use out of this. It was a waste of a minute.
So it's not something I should run out and get. Is what you're saying.
Let's go for a reincarnated do or something like that. How about? Never mind. I'm gonna be nice. It's a great.
Well, it can be pushed as much as 10 feet away, is based on the spell.
So why don't you roll damage in chat? And I've got it's Stonewall. I've got a number in mind for the amount of hit points for this thing.
I'm going to drop a 2nd level spell slot then.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And so that'll be 3d8 of damage.
Man, that sounds good. God damn.
Can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
I'll tell you what, I will allow you to use your inspiration and reroll that Thunderwave damage. Jesus Christ,
Wow.
You should have just let Garkin get a 15-foot running start to do the Kool-Aid.
Well, I rolled it. I rolled it again, but it didn't drop in there for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Garkin would just smash through that wall. Well, that's better. I was going to give the wall 10 hit points. So we'll say that the wall, I mean, the wall came down, it tumbled down. You can see inside of this room now. Poor Jared. Poor Jared.
Anything within that 15-foot cube?
No, but you can see one orc standing up. You can see one orc standing up. I will say that. So the one in the front, he's in the process of standing up. He is prone. So he does have the prone condition. Now what you see
he needs to make a con save.
For what?
Because he's within the blast radius.
Oh, he took damage from the bricks that flew and hit him and knocked him down. I see where you're going with the wall basically absorbed your thunder wave. But he definitely got knocked down. What you're gonna do? And he's definitely taken damage as well from the bricks. So he's definitely wounded, that's for sure.
All right, and then that's my move.
Okay. So what you guys can see in here are several orcs, and it looks like sort of like a laboratory. And especially with you being up front, Garkin, you can see that there's a table, some beakers and stuff. You can also see light kind of crackling off of the walls again. And let's roll initiative.
And you clogging up the front end.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least this way, if we stay back here, they can only come in one at a time.
Well, yes, there is that. This makes it a lot harder for you guys to hit them, though.
You just need to
-2.
just keep healing you.
All right, so we'll get going here. So it looks like you guys could actually put the effect on yourself. Kind of a bummer. I kind of figured anybody'd be able to take it off, but it's all good. All right, so you guys got initiatives. Oh wow, looks like the orcs are gonna go first.
Elias needs to go roll initiative.
All right.
Nothing he can go far.
Yeah, I'll get him. I'll add him in just a second. All right, so the first orc, it's not like all right, moves back out of sight and disappears. Dag, you're up. I'm gonna move him into an open space.
Move up between Elias and Barlin. Actually, no. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll move up there, and I'm gonna cast False Life, and I'm gonna leave that be my turn.
Okay. You get some temp hit points. All right. So there's an orc in there, a female orc. She is in black robes, has a bunch of skulls hanging off of on like these leather straps and chains. She waves her hand. She casts a spell, and herself and 3 companions are surrounded. And you recognize this as you guys have had this before. This is the Bless spell. And then this orc, she basically bails out of sight.
Okay, so she's moving to the north?
She
Or
did,
do we
yes.
not see which way she...
Yep. The first orc and also she moved to the north. Most definitely. Another orc falls back to the north. Out of sight. Doing anything with Jot?
I want him to stay invisible, and I want him to go follow them north and give me information about what they're doing, where they're going. I want him to follow the female orc. Can you do that for me, buddy?
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna make him style so I can make him invisible. He's just gonna stay in normal form, right?
Yeah, for now.
Right. And you had a 19 initiative. So we'll keep him up there with you. Keep him invisible. And I'll get you a tell in just a second.
Copy.
All right. So next we're going to go to the last orc that you guys see disappears as well. Goes north, by the way. You can no longer see any orcs. Now, Elias, need to do a Initiative roll for Elias. All right. What do you guys want to do with Elias?
Let's have him move up and dash. It's 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Have him
I
follow
want him to come.
the orcs up.
I want him to get right to this corner and look around.
Okay. All right. He yells back, and this is simultaneous as Jod is kind of reporting back to you. There is a very wide, 30, 40 foot wide corridor, probably about 100 feet long. And there is a huge hole in the floor and about a 30-foot ceiling. And that's how Elias is reporting back, and simultaneously Jot is doing the same thing. And they said and Jot also says that it looks like they've taken up a defensive position in the room.
So we move forward cautiously. If they're in a defensive position, then they're protecting something.
Zeus, what about you?
Guess I'll move there.
All right. Looks like Zeus is moving in.
Is each block is 5 or is it 10 per block?
5 per.
Okay, I'll move there.
Christy O'Connor has bought a critical fumble roll for anybody that rolls a 1. And also Dragonbait has bought a Today's Your Lucky Day for someone. Looks like it's going to Garkin. So Garkin, you get a Today is Your Lucky Day, which is a automatic 20. Just got to make sure you use it or you'll lose it.
No problem.
All right, guys. So Zeus, anything else for you?
Eye is good.
Okay. Let's go to Garkin.
Oh, I'm making myself bigger. I'm trying to get a look around there and see what I can see, if I can find them.
He's a duergar. He's got enlarge. Yeah, you can see a couple of them, that's for sure, from where you're at. And you can see that huge hole in the floor as well. And this chamber kind of goes quite a ways back. Huge hole in the floor. You see that you see dozens of stairs that are descending down into darkness. And you can see a couple of orcs here, and here. They've got their shields up. They're in a defensive stance. They're ready. They're ready for you to come on in.
I'm gonna fire a javelin at them.
All right. Fire away.
Ooh, I'm at disadvantage.
All right. So yeah, let's see here. I don't see any conditions or effects. Let's see, 5 to. You're definitely within range.
Is he in a partial cover?
Roll that again. Let's see if it does disadvantage again.
I think that was. Yeah, that's weird because it says he's prone. Oh, it's because he's prone.
Ah, that was the one that stood up and ran. Yeah, my bad.
So that would have been a 17 then.
Yeah, it's still a
Was
hit.
a hit
15
anyway.
or 17, yeah, it still would have been a hit. Should have
Either way.
remembered that.
Oh, it did say hit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a 15. All right, so your javelin, yeah, nice. Max damage of 9. Catches him right over his shield. If you got any movement left, go ahead and take it, and we'll go to
No, that's it.
round 2. And Elias, what do you want to do with Elias?
Can he
He
see
wants to
anything on
move
the
up.
right?
Does he see anything on the right side?
He
Like
can, but not
Garkon
through,
did on the left.
yeah, but you guys can't see through his eyes, though. You know what I mean?
Well, if he can see something and he's got a ranged thing, then he should shoot at it.
Oh, I can definitely do that. Let's go ahead and do a. In fact, he's got a throwing dagger. It looks like he doesn't even have a ranged weapon. So let's do a. Let's throw a dagger at one of these orcs, and it'll hit. Let's do a little bit of damage. Yeah, he hits the orc for 5. Want him to charge in? Or hold him back, or what?
No, he's going to stay right there.
Okay. Alright, so this orc's going to move up. Throw a javelin at you. Garkin. He'll miss. And then he will move back. Playing chess. Alright, Dag.
And move up behind Elias. Can I see anything on the right side over his shoulder?
You most certainly can. You can see another orc, and you can see the female orc that is in the black robes.
Can I hit her without hitting Orc 2?
Oh, I'm sure you can attempt that. What are you gonna try to cast?
Chromatic Orb.
Yeah, it'll be a -2 because of the other orc that's in front. But yeah, you could definitely still take a shot for sure. Absolutely.
It's a miss.
So a 14 is a miss with Chromatic Orb. Want to take any other movements?
No.
All right. So let's go ahead and go to the female orc again. All right. She is going to use a bonus action. And she is going to use that to have a spiritual weapon appear here. And the spiritual weapon will attack Elias. And that is a miss with an 8. As a standard action, actually she is going to hold an action. All right, next orc moves out 1, throws a javelin at Elias, hits with a 20. Elias takes a total of 7 damage. This thing moves back. Barlin, you're up. Try to be a little bit more tactical with him instead of just a steamroll.
I'm going to move in, and I'm going to cast Bless.
The Battle of the Blesses. Very nice. Looks like you got Bless going on Garkin, Dag, and Zeus.
That's it. And that's my turn.
All right. Next orc. Moves up. Throws a javelin. Throws it at Garkin. Ooh, wow. Hits with a 28.
Damn.
I think that's the highest attack roll I've ever rolled. Hits you for 8, and then this thing kind of moves back. All right, the orc that you just hit will move up, have a good shot, also throw a javelin at you, and miss pretty badly, move back. All right, Zeus, you're up now. You can also move through that spiritual weapon. You can't attack it or anything, but you can definitely move through it.
Okay.
That's if you want to. That doesn't mean that the door is blocked or anything. Trying to get a little bit more tactical. What do you guys think about trying to be a little bit more tactical, taking advantage of defensive positions and choke points and stuff? The players do it, so why can't the monsters do it, right? Oh, there goes Zeus. Zeus is going in. Very nice, Zeus. Zeus, you attack and miss. Wow. All right, Garkin.
So I'm going to move into the right there.
Okay.
Because Zeus went left. And attack for Doug there.
Ooh, a miss with a 15. Anything else for you?
That's it.
All right. So as you guys enter the room, as a free action, the shaman, she says, "Come, my pretties, come and aid us in victory." And all of a sudden you start to hear a bunch of squeaking and squealing sounds, and like a buzzing sound that is growing louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, 4 of these large bat double-winged creatures appear, which you guys have seen before, as sturges, and one sturge appears out of the hole and attacks Garkin, tries to attach itself to him, tries to drain his blood. And a 16 is a miss. Okay, so we're up to round 3. What would you like Elias to do?
Elias wants to run up and attack orc number 2.
Okay. Let's get
so I know that'll be
his rapier out.
Sneak attack.
He's got that. Yeah, he's got that new rapier as well. So let's see if his refined rapier will hit. Ooh, he actually misses with an 11 versus AC. All right, so another sturge appears out of the hole. There are a bunch of stairs behind you as well, Garkin.
Yep.
This thing appears out of the hole, kind of flutters up towards Zeus, and tries to do a blood drain on you.
Shoot.
As it latches onto you. It embeds its long snout, needle-like snout, right into you. All right. So, you're going to take a little bit of damage. Which is going to be a total of 5, which you partially resist. I guess, you're raging, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then you'll also take some ongoing damage at the, let's see. Yeah, it'll just do automatic damage as it becomes its turn again. All right, so the orc. Orc here is gonna. He's gonna stand here on the edge, and he's gonna try to throw another javelin at Zeus. Even with a -2, a 21 would still hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll give you a little bit of damage. Ooh, max damage. Partially resist. You take 9. Rounded down to 4. All right. Any kind of communication with Jots or anything? Dag, what would you like to do?
I actually like him to stay right over, hover over, well, not hover, stay right inside the on the stairs and let us know if there's any more sturges coming up.
Sounds good. He said that there's 2 more. There are 2 more that are starting to ascend up from the hole. He sees 2 more.
Okay.
And what would you like to do, sir?
I want to move up to right about here.
Things are getting hairy.
Actually, no, I have to move all the way in. Turn, and I'm going to hit Orc 2 with Firebolt.
Okay. Cast away. There's a couple of encounters in the party tracker. 14's a hit. Very nice. At orc number 2. 6 fire damage. As the bolt explodes on him. Anything else for you?
I'm good.
All right, Dag. Let's see. You're going to move on to the next surge that pops up right here. Flies up to you and tries to blood drain you. And it misses. Well, no, it actually hits you. Wow. Wow, it actually hits. Ooh, and you take a total of 7, and you absorb it with your temporary hit points. All right, another surge appears and will pretty much flutter through surge here. Try to attach to Garkin. Garkin, you are missed. The orc is going to tactically retreat, disengage, and follow the wall. In fact, yes, that's what the orc is going to do. Is just going to basically tactically retreat back. All right. And as a bonus action, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I am. I'm going to use my spiritual weapon. And I'm going to use the spiritual weapon on Dag. The sword slashes at you and it hits you with a 17. And you'll take a total of 8 force damage, heavily wounding you. All right. Orc number 2 is going to turn on Elias. Pulls out his great axe, slashes down, hitting with a 15. And Elias will take a total of 6 damage, which heavily wounds him. Barlin, you're up. Got mass chaos happening up above you to the north. That's for sure.
I see that.
Sturges everywhere. You've got orcs in here. You got a Sturge attached to Dag. You got a Sturge attached to Zeus. So what say you?
I'm going to cast sleep.
Okay.
That was a waste of all kinds of get out.
I'll get my inspiration.
Man. 5d8, huh? If you want to use inspiration, I will allow the party members to give you inspiration if you'd like.
I'll give him one.
$5d8, and it is creatures. A much better roll. Okay, so let's see. We have one Sturge is slumbering. You've got Sturge number 1 is affected. Sturge number 4. So you can actually target these. I'll tell you which ones you can target and put the condition on. You can do Sturge number 1, Sturge number 4, and Orc number 3. So Sturge number 1, 4, Orc number 3. They're all affected by sleep. So very nice job. You took 3 out of the equation, so they are unconscious. So he is unconscious. There's no saving throw. He's slumbering. We move on to Orc number 4.
Dave, can you go back to me? I wanted to use my bonus action.
Sure. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use Healing Word on the Gretch.
That's double spell slots, right?
It's a bonus action, but it's a first level spell slot.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Now, if it was a cantrip, you could, unfortunately.
I could, yeah. That's true. Thank you for reminding me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bringer of bad news, man. I mean, it would be 2 spell slots.
But at least it's raining Sturges.
It is. It is. There was a reason why they tactically retreated. All right, so the Orc is slumbering again. Let's go to the Orc that is on Zeus. It will go ahead and slash at you with its great axe again. And it misses you, Zeus, horribly, and he smashes the axe into the stone wall, and sparks kind of fly all over the place. Zeus, it is now your turn.
I'm going to stab at the bloodsucker.
Yeah, stabby away, man. Nice hit with a 17. Definitely a nice hit. Ooh, instant death to the Sturge. Sturge number 2 is DED, dead. Anything else for you?
Nope.
All right. You basically just rip that thing right out of your neck, man. Barbs and all. All right, Garkin, what say you? That darn Orc retreated.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the one right beside me.
All right, 24 is a hit. Wow, that's a massive hit. Very, very nice. The Orc
Minimum
goes
damage.
down. Yeah. Hey, minimum damage, but the Orc is down.
Okay, and the two Sturges above me are unconscious, so I can step over top of them.
Mm-hmm. You can just go right between if you'd like. And as you charge in on the Orc, her eyes get really big, and you can just see in her eyes where she says, "Oh shit." All right, so anything else for you, Garkin?
Yeah, actually, I have bonus action. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith.
Ooh, very nice. Go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and go to the Sturge that slept. And then we will go to round number 4 with Elias. What would you like Elias to do?
Attack Sturge 3 that's on the Gretch.
The one that's sticking out of his head?
Just don't hit me.
Yeah, right? Let's just hope he doesn't roll a 1 with his nice new shiny, beautiful rapier that I got. Oh, look at that. That was totally close. All right, so Orc number 1, he is going to move up. He's going to try to get in on this. He sees that Zeus is wounded. He pulls his great axe out and he slashes. And he misses Zeus with a 14. All right, Dag. What say you, Dagretch? Dagretch. What's up, Tier? Good to see you, buddy.
I'm going to use my dagger and I'm going to try and stab this little Sturge off of me.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Tier. Stabby,
And
stabby.
automatic
Oh,
miss.
look at that. Guess what we have? We have a roll. We're going to do really quick. Yeah, we have a fumble. That's going to happen. Let me get out my table. You know what? Let me go to my library. Let me see if I have this thing activated. I don't even know if I have it activated. Do I have it activated? I thought I did. I thought I've used this before. You know what? I don't. Oh, you can't even use the books to open up. You have to click the load button now. That's awesome. I like that. All right. So let's get you a roll on this table. Are you looking forward to it? I know you are.
Sure.
He's like, sure. All right, give me a roll there, partner. All right, not too bad. You've lost your balance, and you've fallen. You take normal weapon damage on yourself. You hit yourself with your two-handed weapon. So why don't you give me a damage roll on yourself, and then you're going to be prone too.
Whoops, hang on.
Oh, no problem.
He said his dagger, right?
Yeah, he took a total of 1 damage, and you're prone, so that's not too bad. So you'll be able to stand up next round. All right, let's go on to the Sturge that's actually still attached to you. There's no attack roll. You're just going to take automatic damage because it's still stuck to you. So this thing's flopping around, still draining blood from you. You take a total of 5 more damage, and you're critically wounded now. All right, Sturge 4 is still asleep. Let's see, the Shaman is going to, let's see, how much movement do I get with this spiritual weapon? I think it's 30 feet, is it?
That's correct.
Ooh, I can move it up to 20 feet. Oh, wow. So I'm gonna, I mean, I could probably just go ahead and attack Dag. I mean, he is down. That would be advantage. So let's go ahead and use the bonus action. Smells blood. Hits him.
Dropped a fumble.
Ooh, and look at that. Oh, he takes minimum damage. But it looks like you still go down. You're prone, and you're now unconscious. And thankfully, Fantasy Grounds adds unconscious on there for you automatically. So, all right. So now my standard action is going to be an attack on Garkin, and she pulls out her spear, and she attacks Garkin. Ooh, and she actually hits Garkin. And I'm going to also use my Grumptious Fury, which I get to use 1 time per round. And my damage